you're anything like me, you started your business because you wanted more freedom and you didn't want to be stuck in a job that controlled your life. But for most entrepreneurs, what happens is the exact opposite. We build businesses that are so near and dear to us that it's easy to get sucked into working in the business way more than you ever did in your 9 to 5. And even when you're not working, you're thinking about your business, and it starts to feel like you have to fit your life around your business rather than designing your business to fit the lifestyle that you want. And that's not why you got into this, right? Well, today I'm going to be sharing some of the things that I do to keep my business from taking over my life and make sure that I am enjoying this lifestyle as an entrepreneur. And if you're anything like me, I know you'll be tempted to rush through this video and jump to the next thing on your to-do list or the next shiny object on your screen. But be sure to stay to the end because I'll be talking about one of the biggest intruders that gets in the way of our work-life balance and how I keep that under wraps. Hey there, I'm Elli Runkles, and if you're new here, I help online business owners create consistent full-time income in their businesses by mastering their messaging and creating high-converting sales copy so they can live their most fulfilled life on their own terms every single day. Let's start with my absolute favorite way to find work-life balance as an entrepreneur, and that's taking advantage of the perks of this atypical lifestyle that we lead. As entrepreneurs, we don't get the benefits of a full-time job like healthcare, paid time off, and things like that, so we have to take advantage of the benefits that we do have. My favorite way to do that is by scheduling my day so that I can do fun things during the traditional workday that you'd never be able to do in a 9 to 5. Trust me, there is nothing more luxurious than going for a massage in the middle of the day when most people are at work. If you've never done this before, you have got to try it. I also love being able to do things like going on lunch dates in the middle of the week or going to the gym when it's basically empty because everybody else is at work. Now, you may be thinking, if you're out going to the gym and getting massages and going on lunch dates when everyone else is at work, when do you actually do the work? Don't be fooled because I spend plenty of time working on and in my business. I just fit it into a schedule that works for me. One of the ways I do that is by setting specific times for when I'm working and when I'm not working. My typical workday starts at about 10 a.m. after I've had a few hours to wake myself up and start my day the way that I like to start my day with my morning routine. So typically I'll start work around 10 and I really try to get 2 to 4 hours of really good solid work in. This is my deep focused work time where I'm either creating content for my business or working on copy for my clients. And by the time that wraps up, it's around 1 or 2 in the afternoon, so I'll take a break, and this is usually where I fit in those fun things that I wouldn't be able to do in a 9 to 5. After that, I'll typically wrap up my workday with client calls. Because I've got a pretty big time difference between me and most of my clients, I typically do most of my calls between 5 and 8 p.m. And when I'm not on calls, I'll use that afternoon time to work on some of the smaller tasks in my business that take up less brain power. So even though I start later and I like to take a nice long break in the middle of my day, I'm very intentional about getting my work done within my work time so that it doesn't overflow into other areas of my life. And your schedule may look totally different than mine, and that's great. Remember, you should be setting up your schedule around your life, not mine. Another thing that really helps me is being really intentional about not letting work creep into my downtime. The best way that I have found to do that is to keep your business activities contained to a certain area of your house. Now, ideally, all you're going to be doing is your business activities in that one space. So for me, I have a home office and that is where work happens, period. When I leave that room for the evening, I am done working. That physical separation of where I do my work and where I spend my downtime really helps me to create a mental separation between the times when I'm working and when I'm not working. But even if you don't have a home office, this concept can still work for you. For example, you could dedicate a little corner of your living room or your bedroom to a small office setup so that when you're in that space, you're fully focused on work, and when you move out of that space, you're able to shut it off. The point here is that you don't want to be working from the couch or the kitchen table or any area where you spend a lot of time when you're not working, because when you go back to that space to eat dinner or relax or watch Netflix, your brain on a subconscious level associates that space with working. It's going to be really hard to switch off and not be thinking about work during that time. Changing your state is so important for finding that mental separation between work time and downtime. The tricky thing about this is that we don't necessarily need to be at a desk sitting in our computers in order to be in work mode. We can easily keep thinking about work long after we've technically switched off for the night, and the biggest culprit keeping us tied to our businesses 24/7 is this guy right here. And that's why having boundaries around screen time is so important. One thing that has really helped me in this area is turning off notifications. Seriously, I say this with love, but if you have notifications from Facebook and Instagram and email popping up on your phone all the time, what are you doing? It is not your business that's controlling your life, it's your phone. Again, I say this with love, but you gotta get those notifications under control. You should be the one deciding when you wanna go on an app and check notifications and not the other way around. As entrepreneurs, the lines between working and downtime can get really blurry, especially on social media. Because if you're anything like me, social media is a tool that you use to market your business, and probably a lot of the people that you follow are other business owners. So it's really easy to say, I'm gonna scroll through Instagram in my downtime, but then you end up in your DMs talking to potential clients, or even if that's not the case, you end up scrolling through the feed and most of the content you're looking at is related to business, so you're constantly thinking about work even when you're not working. I haven't found a perfect solution to this, but one thing that has helped me is to password protect my social media apps using the screen time feature on my iPhone. This way, I have to type in a password to get on social media, so I can't just mindlessly go into the app without thinking about it, and then I can limit my time on the app to 15-minute increments. After 15 minutes is up, I get shut out of the app and I can choose to put in my password again and stay on social media longer, but then it's a conscious decision rather than letting it be something I get sucked into and then all of a sudden an hour has passed without me even thinking about it. So now I want to hear what you do to create work-life balance as an entrepreneur. Share your tips in the comments and let me know which of these tips you're going to implement into your business. I hope you'll take at least one of these tips I shared today to help you enjoy the benefits of being an entrepreneur without letting your business take over your life. Now, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for new videos coming out every week. Thanks so much for watching.